Hi there!
No.
And welcome back. This is chapter 8 of Forbidden Fruit, The Temptation of Edward Cullen.
The last chapter?
The last chapter, because she never finished it. And here we go. Chapter 8, The Kidnap.
No.
I sat alone in the changes rooms. I was almost naked and looked awesome with my exotic lilifly hair falling down over my face like a curtain of soft yellow cream with bits of purple in it. I didn't care how beautiful or exquisite I was anymore. Edward had gone. He had left to follow Bella to stop her from killing herself. And I was so mad! How could he leave me like that after saying Bella was a cow and he didn't like her no more? I was pissed, and the tears were falling down my face like a tepid summer rain of misery and woe. So I went home and skipped school, and sat in my room in my black corset and leather panties, and I smoked some drugs and started to weep. Dave came in and made a big smiley face. "Hi, Tia! I didn't know you were home. How was school today?" He didn't notice I was smoking drugs and thought my cigarette was a pot of chapstick. Oh no, cigarette off pot was a chapstick, even.
That's just as bad.
Yes. It sucks. My life sucks, and I want to die! I screamed, and my eyes glittered with beauty. She's really not modest, is she? You teenagers and your problems. LOL! He said, laughing a lot. And I knew he thought I was just some silly kid whining about homework and dumb boys and stuff. He didn't know I had killed a man and lost the love of my life, and had made Lauren get hit by lightning. The lamp just fell from the sky. And that all the kids at school thought I was a freak because my face and bodies were so different.
I'm telling you, metamorphosis. She's gonna turn into a cockroach.
Dave, you're a good person, but you're so fucking dumb! You asshole! I shouted at him, and I threw my ashtray at his head without touching it. I could make stuff move when I was angry now. It was so weird. Why did this have to happen to me? Haha, I guess you're right, he laughed. He thought I was joking. I wasn't spoiled or anything. It's so nice having you here, Tiana. You're so pretty. I swear you're even prettier than before. And I think your boobs have grown. Great, this guy is supposed to be your foster dad. Yeah, I know. They're like an E-cup now, I said. Dave smiled and patted me on the head and left. I was so sick of being treated like a kid and no one listening to me that I got up and got dressed in a long black dress and took some pills of drugs.
Thanks for the clarification.
I went out to the local nightclub, which was called Pablo Nightmare.
Maybe because Picasso just went fucking nuts when he designed the place.
It was a golf club where all the cool people went in forks. Bella probably had never even heard of it. LOL. I met Snoofles on the way, and he came with me. Pandas go to nightclubs then.
But is it a gothic panda?
Apparently. We went to the club and got drinks, and he started dancing to the heavy metal music. Popple there. PPL. Not me, that wasn't me choking. They stared at us because I was so different looking, and Snoofles was a panda.
No, wait, why is she so different looking? She dressed up as a goth to go to a golf club. I once said golf club there. I would hit her in the face of a golf club if she was in front of me. And if I had a golf club.
But we didn't care, because we were having so much fun. We were so drunk. And he had taken a lot of drugs. So my head was fuzzy, like there was snow everywhere.
Cocaine!
Hi, you're called Tiana, aren't you? I am Jasper, and I go to your school, said Jasper Cullen, who was tall with blonde curly hair like straw, only soft and nice and not dry. Thanks for clearing that up. He was tall. That's a whole sentence, folks.
Maybe he was really fucking tall, like ceiling tall.
He was wearing a black pullover and red metal pointy shoes. Author's note. Haha, that description sounded better in my head. Oh well!
Fucking edit it then!
Hey, whatever, I said. Why aren't you that girl I always see you with? You mean my GF Alice, he said, and looked suddenly very sad. I started to cry and bite down hard on his lips. What is wrong, Jasper? I asked. I said, the problem is I don't love her like she loves me. I am gay, and that's wrong, and I feel so horrible about it. There's nothing bad about being gay, you know, I said. Really? He said, and looked shocked with his mouth open. Yeah, it's proper normal. And Snoofles is gay and everything, I said, and Snoofles waved, and Jasper waves back. He smiled, and we all stared, dancing together, and Jasper gave us some of his drugs.
Yay!
Yay for drugs, folks!
Always take drugs from strangers!
Always do! Just making sure you're still in the world killing them.
We had a really good time, and Jasper met another gay guy called Vince, and we all got in Snoofles' car at the end of the night, and I drove around while the others all had sex in the back of the car. I was drunk, but because I was a vampire, it was okay to drive. I had better reflex than humans.
So, let me get this straight. The panda has a car.
Yeah.
The panda has a car.
A gay gothic panda has a car.
And is having sex with two humans in the back of it.
No, Jasper's a vampire, isn't he?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, we basically got this...
This was nasty thought we were having.
But suddenly, something jumped into the road in front of us, and I had to stop the car and get out. There was a man standing in the middle of the road. He was tall and muscly and had black hair like the black feathers of a raven in the black darkness. That has to be...
So, black.
He was good looking, but he looked so angry. I got out my samurai sword. I often have it with me.
Nobody notices, though.
But someone jammed up behind me and tore it from me. There were like 10 people all grabbing my body in the darkness, and they put a thing over my face, cheerleader balls perhaps, so I couldn't see, and they tied me up. Jasper, Snoofles and Vince were too busy doing gay sex on each other to notice. I could hear them grunting and humping and having orgasms on each other. It was so cute, but now was so not the time.
Cute.
The men who had caught me took me away, and something hit me over the head, and I was unconscious. When I awakened, I found myself in a small dark room, and the tall muscle man, spelled like the little bivalve thing.
Muscle things you find in the water on the beach.
The tall muscle man was in front of me. I was stripped down to my underwear, and I was chained to a chair with some metal chains, and I couldn't move. Who are you, you wanky perv? I shouted. I am Jacob, the werewolf king, he yelled, with his eyes rolling around in his face. He looked so mad and crazy. No! I screamed, and I tried to break myself free. But I was under so many heavy chains, so I looked into his wagging face instead. What do you want from me? Why am I here? I say, and I started to cry. You must be punished for what you did to Bella Swan! Oh god, he's Arnie. He shrieked, and the drool was slopping down his face just like the rain, only thick and foaming like. You are a half-bred! You should have been born! Your father was a vampire, and your mother was a witch! It's weird and wrong, and now you've broken Bella's heart! Half-bred! Chant! Half-bred! This dude was insane! He was so angry, he was jumping up and down! But something he said had caught my attention.
So let me get 1 minute, folks. Half-bread? Spell as in
loaf.
Loaf of bread.
Every time, like a loaf. What do you mean my mum was a witch? I said. My father used to know her. She lived here in La Pouche. and she was a witch. She could make fire come from nowhere and control the weather and talk to animals and loads of other stuff. She was a freak like you.
You really do sound like him.
Of course, it all made sense now. No.
No, it doesn't.
I was so shocked I fainted.
Please stay that way.
When I woke up, Jacob was in front of me and he was naked.
God forbid.
He was smiling in a proper creepy way, and he looked totally weird, like a greasy frog thing. And his male genital item was not nice like Edward's. It was like a horrible wet mushroom.
Guy, has something wrong with him too.
He stroked my knee with it and I gasped. What was he going to do to me? But suddenly, before he could come any closer, the door of the room we were in burst open. It was Edward! It ends there.
It really does. She leaves it on a cliffhanger. Alright, folks.
I would hang her from a cliff.
The next one we're reading is My Immortal, but we will have a video introducing the topic later.
Yeah.